Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The one and only Sydney Sweeney joins us. Sydney, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Tom Hanks and Robin Wright in my favorite movie of the year. Guys, thanks so much for joining the show.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
One of my all-time favorites, Vince Vaughn, joins us right now. Vince, thanks, man.
Oh, great to be with you, Brad, and great to be talking to Houston. Good morning to you.
We got Owen Wilson. We got Judy Greer. Thanks for joining the show, guys.
Thank you.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
We got Anna Sawai joining the show. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What looking at talking me funny, lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Paris Hilton, the infinite icon herself, is on the show. Paris, love the film.
Thank you. I'm so proud of it.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! Well, joining me right now, man, hip-hop legend, icon, and cinema visionary. And he's joining me right now to talk about One Spoon of Chocolate, which is in theaters tomorrow. It's going to be playing here in Houston at the River Oaks Theater this weekend as well. He is the one and only RZA. RZA, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Peace. Good morning, Brad. How you holding up? How you holding it down there, down in Texas?
Hey, man, you know what? We're holding down here. The South stay holding, I think, as Pimp C once said. But, you know, like, hey, I got to start off with a quick personal anecdote, if you don't mind. Back in 2012, you released Man with the Iron Fist. And at the time here in Houston, I'm writing for a hip-hop blog called DanaDream.com. I get an email that RZA's having a round table to discuss the film. Would you like to come and be a part of the round table? You're the first celebrity I ever meet in my life. So I go, absolutely. Boom, we do the interview as a part of the round table. I love the Man with the Iron Fist, by the way. Do this. You were the coolest guy you could have been. You were everything I hoped that you would be. And then forevermore, when I was trying to get on and get other interviews and try to kind of blow my career up, I go, hey, I did interview the RZA. I'm just letting y'all know. I interviewed the RZA, and then you helped me get on. So I just want to pay it forward right now and just really appreciate everything you did that day, man.
Thank you, Brad. Respect, bong. But that was my first film, and now we like four films deep. That's crazy, right?
It's crazy, you know, and like even going back to that first one, man, and even if you go back to any of the records you did, 36 Chambers, Cuban Links, all those ones, right, man? You obviously have a clear vision. You have a clear vision of what you want to have, what story you want to be told. And I feel like you do it uniquely your way. Is that because you write this, you direct this is your vision?
Yes, indeed. And it's like, like art to me it has to get out. I read one where that Van Gogh, that he like cut his ear off or something just because he wanted to paint, right? And he didn't have no money, but he just kept painting. And what happens eventually is that his paintings become invaluable, worth millions. So art is like that for me. It's just like I just got to get it out. I just got to get it out. And I realized, since I was young, that I'm a storyteller. That's what I am. I'm a narrator of life. And this new film, the thing about it that's crazy that I started writing it in 2011, around that time of Man with the Iron Fist, but it was like clogged up. I couldn't get it out until 2023. It finally came out as like water. And then, we went and got Paul Hall, Shamik Moore, Paris Jackson to join the cast, Quentin Tarantino to executive produce. And now we ready to be in the movie theaters tomorrow with a brand new action thriller, One Spoon of Chocolate.
But you know what? I even remember sometimes it takes a second to crack the story, right? To crack the code, right? I mean, it even could be a mix on a record I've seen this video 1,000 times where Kanye's trying to get the stronger drums to hit right. He wanted them to knock right. And it took him 8, 6, 9, 10, 12 mixes before he got them right. And Timbaland had to come in and help him out, right? Sometimes it takes that thing. So what do you think happened between 2011 and 2023 that you were able to crack the story?
I think it was like I had to live more, see more, and learn more, right? So it's almost like it's like it couldn't have been something that was corny and corky, right? Because the subject matter could have turned out that way. So it had to be something that had all the emotional rhythms and the emotional beats. And I don't think I was ready. I think that I didn't know then what I know now. And knowing it now, I'm able to activate upon it. And I'm better with I'm better with the lenses. I'm better with the light. I'm better with the camera movement now.
Yeah, and like to me, and obviously you wrote the screenplay as well, and I got a question about that. But to me, even when filmmaking, like when you're coming up, back in the day, and you're going around and you're going to the battles, you're going to listening parties or whatever, like an MC and a producer, you're keying into what other people are doing. Like, oh man, that how he did that rhyme scheme. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't think you could rhyme that and that. Is it the same thing when you're on a film set, like when you're with Ridley Scott or you're hanging out with Quentin, seeing how they do something? You go, oh, okay, hey, that's how they flip that lens, or that's how they were able to do that cut, or that's how they're able to bring this scene alive.
Yes, totally. You got it totally right, Brad. It's like being around a master could eventually make you a master. You know what I mean? And I was blessed to be around great directors, Tarantino, of course, being my main teacher. But Ridley Scott taught me this. I said he has what I call multi-vision. He could see 10 cameras at one time with 2 eyes, right? So by being able to do that, I saw him do it. And so I could do about 3. I can't do 10 yet, but I could think of 3 different angles, maybe even 4 on the right scene at the same time. And so when you watch my film, you'll realize that it's not only a strong story and good action, but there's also some cinematic magic happening there from the choices we made to place our cameras.
Well, then, so not even from the camera choice, but to me, like when you're writing it and you're putting the screenplay down on paper, and I don't know if it's just you're feeling it and you're vibing with it. I don't know if you did the Sid Fields books and reading those or talking to Quentin. I don't know, like, how you put the screenplay together, but are you like cutting the movie in your head even as you're writing it?
Yes, you got to do that, right? You got to, the movie is first written as a script. And well, in the beginning, I didn't do that. When I wrote Man with the Iron Fist, I wasn't able to cut it in my head. You know what I mean? By the time I got to One Spoon of Chocolate, I mean, there's a scene in the film where there's a dead body and the nurse puts the sheet over the dead body, right? And then the next scene, the sheet comes back from over the dead body, and now he's with the mortician, right? But I wrote it that way. I wrote that edit so you could but before I wouldn't have wrote it that way. I would have wrote like, and she covers his body. Next scene, mortician, and whatever. It wouldn't have been so seamless. So over time and experience, I will say this to you as well, Brad, that after doing 3 movies and then doing 3 seasons of television, you know what I mean? I became seasoned as a filmmaker, you know what I mean? And so I feel really strong about the product now. And I think that I found the rhythm and flow of energy that you'll feel in my films now, moving forward.
Do you still have when we roll cameras day one, you spent now what, 12 years writing the screenplay, you get it locked, you got to go roll the cameras. Does day one, do you have that energy like right before you walk out on stage, or if you're in the studio, like, man, I see this, I want to do this, but I'm nervous. I want to make sure I land this plane.
You got to be nervous, bro. You got to feel a little bit of uncomfortable nervous. That lets you know you're alive. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And so, nervousness with confidence, though. How about that? I'm going to call it nervous confidence. The confidence is that you prepared yourself for this. The nervousness is like, something can go wrong. But then there's a high stimulation when things are just rolling and everything is working. And it's like a feeling that you got to live it to understand it.
When you finished the movie, you finished the edit, you go through it all, you see it for the first time kind of after, I don't know how many edits you go through, and you get to see it. What's the immediate feeling that you got? Is it like, oh, I did it? Or is it like you could even do it with a record, like, oh man, but I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have tinkered with the snare a little bit on this one?
Well, they say that movies are never finished, only abandoned.
Yeah.
It's but I would say that for me, one of my greatest joys in life is completing my goal. I get such a satisfaction when I start something and I finish it. And after that, it's just like, yo, you got to pass it to the world. So I felt very elated when we finished this film. Now, I do have an instinct in me, and I'll just share that with you. I can tell when something is not a movie. I can tell when the feeling is not there. I could tell that if the note is off, right? I could tell if it's off and it ain't going to work. I could tell if it's off, but it works. You know what I mean? And so during the process of this, I was able to know, you know what? Yeah, this shit feels fucking... Oh, I could curse on that, yo?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This shit feels fucking good, yo.
You feel it, right? Because even sometimes maybe that snare's not right in the pocket where I wanted it to be, but that little bit of offness gave us so much character, and it made the record.
Bro, if you go back to my song Seventh Chamber on the first Wu-Tang album,
you played it live, right?
Exactly. So it's not in the pocket every time you turn around, bro. But when he's like, RZA hit me with that shit one time and pull the cap, that pause is what. Have you heard of the rubber band effect in cinema?
No.
Okay, this is something that Quentin taught me, and I'll share with you and to your audience. He said that every scene or everything has to think like a rubber band. You have to pull it and pull it and pull it and pull it to it almost pop, but you don't pop it. You just keep doing that over and over, and that's the tension. You got to pull it to it almost pop. Don't pop it. You know what I mean? But if you do pop it, let it go.
Let it live, right?
Let it live.
Let it live. And you know what? That's the jazz of hip hop. That's the jazz of filmmaking is you just got to feel it, man, right? If it sounds good, you'll hear it, but if it's real, you'll feel it. And I think that people are going to feel One Spoon of Chocolate, in theaters. Of course, the man, the icon, RZA. Brother, I could talk to you all day. I have a million questions about hip hop, about movie making. I would love to do it again sometime.
Indeed. Look forward to talking again, and congratulations on all your success, and keep rocking the world, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Peace.